This is the story of a writer who went to a quiet hotel just to finish his book. But what he found there was something that had been waiting for someone like him. His name was Aman. Aman was not a successful writer, at least not yet. He had ideas, he had passion, but every time he tried to write something meaningful, he felt blocked. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and slowly, he started believing that maybe he just wasn't meant for this. Until one night, everything changed. Aman received an email, no sender name, no proper signature, just a subject line: "Come stay and finish your story." At first, he thought it was spam, but something about it felt different. He opened the email. Inside, there was a short message: "We invite you to stay at the Stanley Hotel, a place where silence speaks and stories find their ending." Aman paused. The Stanley Hotel. He had heard about it before. An old historic place, deep in the mountains of Colorado. Beautiful, isolated, and according to some people, haunted. Aman smiled. Perfect. If he wanted to write horror, this was exactly the kind of place he needed. Without overthinking it, he booked his stay. A few days later, Aman arrived. The road leading to the hotel was empty. Tall trees stood still, as if they were watching him pass. The air was cold, too cold, and in the distance, he saw it, the Stanley Hotel. It looked grand, almost royal, but as he got closer, he felt something strange, a silence that didn't feel normal. It felt heavy. Aman stepped inside. The lobby was quiet, too quiet. No music, no chatter, just the faint sound of a clock ticking somewhere. Tick, tick, tick. He walked up to the reception. The receptionist looked at him for a moment longer than necessary. Then she said, "Welcome." Aman nodded. "I have a booking." She checked her system, then slowly looked back at him. "Yes." Aman, a slight pause. "Your room is ready. Room 217. Aman smiled. "Thank you." He picked up his key, and as he turned to leave, the receptionist quietly said, "Take care." Aman stopped for a second, but didn't think much of it. He walked toward the corridor. The hallway was long and completely silent. The carpet absorbed every footstep. Room 217. He stood in front of the door. For a moment, he just stared at the number. Then he unlocked it. The room looked normal. A bed, a table, a lamp, a window overlooking the mountains. Everything seemed perfect. Aman placed his bag down. "This is it," he whispered. A fresh start. Evening turned into night. The sky outside grew darker, and the silence in the room grew deeper. Aman sat at the table, opened his laptop, and tried to write, but something felt off. He couldn't focus. Every few seconds, he felt like someone was standing behind him, watching. He turned around. No one. He shook his head. "Just your mind." He continued writing, but the feeling didn't go away. It stayed, waiting, watching. Hours passed. Around 2 a.m., Aman was asleep. The room was dark, completely still. And then, a sound, soft, distant. Thak, thak, thak. Footsteps. Aman's eyes opened. He stayed still, listening. Thak, thak. Closer now. He slowly sat up. "Hello?" No response. He got out of bed, checked the bathroom. Empty. Checked the door. Locked. No one could have come in. He turned around and froze. The bed sheet was moving slowly, as if someone was adjusting it, smoothing it out, like an invisible presence, taking care of the bed. Aman couldn't breathe. He didn't move. He just watched. After a few seconds, it stopped. Silence returned. Morning came. Sunlight filled the room. Everything looked normal again. Armand sat on the edge of the bed. It was just a dream. He wanted to believe that. He needed to believe that. The day passed quietly, but night came back, and with it, the feeling. This time, Armand decided to use it. If fear was here, he would turn it into a story. He opened his laptop and began typing. A writer arrives at a haunted room. He paused, then suddenly, the screen flickered. The cursor moved on its own, and letters began to appear. Armand's hands were not on the keyboard, but the words kept forming. You chose the wrong place. Armand's heart stopped. He slammed the laptop shut, breathing heavily. After a few seconds, he opened it again. The same sentence, still there. You chose the wrong place. That night, he didn't sleep. The next morning, Armand went downstairs. He needed answers. He found an old staff member, someone who looked like he had been there for years. Armand explained everything. The man listened quietly, then said, Room 217 isn't for everyone. Armand frowned. What do you mean? The man sighed. A writer stayed there years ago. He said the same thing. That his story was writing itself. Armand's voice trembled. What happened to him? The man looked away. He never left. Silence. Armand felt a chill run down his spine. That night, he returned to his room. Slowly, carefully, the door creaked open. The room felt colder, darker. He stepped inside. The laptop turned on. By itself, the screen lit up. You came back. The lights flickered. Armand looked toward the mirror, and for a split second, he saw it, a figure standing behind him. He turned instantly. Nothing. Then, a whisper right next to his ear. Continue writing, Armand screamed. Who are you? No answer. The laptop began typing again. The writer tried to escape. Armand ran to the door, pulled it, locked. He rushed to the window, stuck. No way out. The typing continued, but the room didn't let him go. Armand started banging on the door. Help! Someone help me! No one came. The lights went out. Only the glow of the screen remained. The final line appeared. He belongs here now. Everything went dark. Days later, a new guest arrived. The receptionist smiled. Your room is ready. Room 217. The guest walked in, placed his bag down, and noticed a laptop on the table. The screen turned on. A document opened. Title, Room 217, A True Story. Author, Aman. At the bottom, a new line began to type. Slowly. Next writer, welcome. And somewhere, in the silence of that room, the story continued, waiting for the next person to finish it.